Hello, hello. Welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name
Hee-hoo.
is Breaks, and today I am joined by the wonderful, the amazing
Hee-hoo, it is me. I am the Fable.
Zefable. And
The Fable.
today,
The Fable.
Zefable, Zefable,
E.
Fable.
Exactly. You get it.
And today's FPS is called Kiwi Delivery Service. I will be playing Athena, the once mind flayer turned baby. Baby bird.
So baby. So
Baby bird
bird.
baby. Hmm.
So big bird. And I will be and I will be playing Ansel King, formerly known as the Antlered King,
Yeah,
but has since gone through character development,
yeah.
which has been
I
very fun to
point at
play.
this man. Look at him. Look at all this character growth. Oh,
It's been very God. It's taken a good long year to get him to this point, but boy howdy did we get there.
oh yeah. He's a father, and a father to many actually. A mayor.
He is essentially a dad, though he has not though it has not been stated in canon by
Mm,
himself that he is a father, but
mm.
we all know he's a dad. He's a
Well,
dad.
Father's Day is coming up.
Oh my god. Oh my god, do I need to have a Father's Day game? Oh my god.
I think you should.
What would I even do?
Um, Official adoption papers.
I don't know if other characters are quite there yet.
Gotcha.
I would have to discuss it with other players before paperwork was brought in. But oh
Mm,
man, that is a thought. But for
mm.
now,
Yeah.
that is thoughts for a later day. For today is we've how long has it been since the Mind Flayer game?
Oh my God, it has been months.
It's been months.
Month, month.
We arguably should have done this game a lot sooner,
Mm-hmm.
but life and
Yeah.
schedules.
Yeah, better late than never.
Better late
I'm
than
glad
never,
for the
absolutely.
relationship that things have calmed down.
Things have calmed down, and oh
Yeah.
boy, and I'd like to start this off early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and
The first morning rays are filtering in through the jungle leaves into Ansel's room.
mm-hmm. Uh, hey Briggs, how much does a kiwi weigh?
Uh, I feel like this is a joke, but not much. Not much at all.
No. If it were a joke, I would have asked a hen weigh, but would have asked for a hen weigh, not a kiwi weigh.
But yeah, Athena is a toon, and as such, being made of lines and ink and arguably fruit, does not weigh that much at all.
Arguably fruit and
Certainly a lot
feathers.
lighter than when my cat decides she wants to sleep on my chest.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Love it when cats do that.
Mhm.
Well, either either way, Ansel stirs as the morning light hits beams through the jungle leaves through his window and just hits his face just so it's on his eyes, and he just kind of groans a little bit as he wakes up. It probably takes him a minute just to fully recognize that he's awake.
Hmm.
And he
That that foggy state. There is
Yeah, that
a very
fog.
fuzzy kind of green balls just kind of curled up on your chest.
He notices he feels the weight first before he opens his eyes and actually sees said fuzzball on
Hmm.
on his chest, and then he sighs and just not again. And he
There's probably a very slight snark. Me 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 me.
oh my
Snark.
god.
Me 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 me.
Oh god, this is not affecting him in any way at all. This is not the cutest thing that he's ever seen in his life. It's
Mm,
not.
mm. Probably
But
sees it fairly often when he
it,
wakes up, honestly.
yeah, it's probably become very. He's seen it. He's seen it multiple times, but it's still every time. I think it gets him every time because,
Mhm,
again, kiwis are his favorite.
mhm.
I think what he's gonna try and do because he doesn't want to wait. He's got to get up. He's got to get to work, and he's got to, he's got to clean up, got to
Mm,
exfoliate, and
mhm, mhm.
but he doesn't want to wake the
Yeah, I
bird up.
feel like the beam of light that has come in and woken him up when he doesn't immediately get up, like, reorients it so it's back on his eyes.
God, and he's got to squint a little bit because light, right? No, he's got to get up. He's got to get up because this is quickly not becoming comfortable for him. So he's gonna just kind of try and very gently just scoop up a bird ball off of his
Okay,
chest and just gently place her on the bed.
okay.
What do I have to
Uh,
roll for that?
Sleight of hand, I guess?
Sleight of hand, oh no.
Good luck.
And it's the morning, and he's just woken up, so he's not wearing the primitive bracelet that gives him a +1 to dex
Oh,
stuff. So
no, okay.
it is just a straight d20. That's a 7.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a 7.
yeah, in the midst of process of being scooped up, Athena wakes up and, raises his head, blinks kinda blearily, turns to look up at Ansel, and then just kinda does, like, a full body stretch in his hands.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to wake you.
It is okay. It is morning. Morning is time to wake up.
Indeed. In that case, and he just holds Athena as he sits up and then places her on the bed.
And she casts Mage Hand and hops aboard so she can just kind of follow him around as is her wont.
You're getting very proficient with that.
I have been practicing.
I've noticed. It's been paying off.
Thank you. What color dress are you going to wear today?
Hmm. Been I have been dressing in the purple for a while now, but perhaps something different for today. What do you
Hmm,
think?
hmm. She floats and floats to the wardrobe and then looks prospectively over the array of fine dresses available. Um,
There's a lot.
mhm. Looks back at Ansel and I don't know how. Oh, you know what? Let's just have her roll wisdom.
Okay.
15. Okay. So she's been studying, trying to learn as much as possible, and well, likes the red of his antlers, and thinks the red would go well with maybe the teal dress.
Hmm.
It's not too far a departure from the purple.
Not. Ansel considers. Then he nods before taking the dress off the hanger. He won't get changed immediately because he's still gotta clean up first.
Hmm. Um, she probably doesn't follow him directly into like the washroom. Uh, Probably goes to or maybe she does and like just kind of like uses hops down on the counter, like pour like stoppers up the sink, pours like some water in there, and then just kind of hops in there for a bird bath.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. While you just hear uh while a curtain
Yeah,
around a bathtub's closed and you just hear showering happening.
hmm
They both just clean up. They both clean
yeah,
up for the day, and
come out sparkling, little
yep,
anime sparkles.
perfectly
Hmm.
clean. And one cleaning montage later,
Yep, ready for the day.
ready for the day. Ready for the day. Ansel adjusts. He probably helps Athena also pick out anything they.
Bow. Yeah, the bow color.
Yeah. What color would you like today?
What's the bow color du jour? Hmm.
I imagine Ansel's gotten Athena a good array of different colors to pick from,
Hmm.
and maybe little dresses as well. Cause
Oh! Just looks around. Oh, that one. It matches your dress.
this one here.
Yes.
All right then. All right, hold still then,
Okay.
and he will help her
Yeah.
help her get
Things like
dressed.
tying bows requires two hands, unfortunately, and she only has access to the one mage hand.
Yep, yep. Ansel's not feeling anything about Athena wanting to match him for the date. He feels nothing, and yet
Nothing.
everything.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, he helps her get ready, and oh goodness, I'm trying to think of. I don't think he would talk. They would talk much. I think he would just help her get ready. Maybe ask her if she wants to walk on her own, or if she wants to ride on top of his head.
Hmm. Oh, that is a hard choice to make. Because on one hand, she does like practicing her magic, because it's like one of the big things that she's found an interest in. Uh, being an ex-mind flayer. On the other hand, riding on top of the head is a fun thing to do. Hmm.
Could swap between.
Very, yeah. I think that's the compromise that she decides on. Riding on riding on Ansel's head for the first part, and then once they get into the more perhaps public parts of the castle,
Me.
where you might be starting to see, petitioners, folks wandering in, and staff, she'll switch over to the hand.
Thanks. That works out. Well, lucky for Athena, Ansel Ansel these days, since working as mayor, has gone his routine for blah 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 words. Unless something is keeping him here in the castle, he'll stop by the kitchen to get a quick thing of breakfast, something to eat along the way, and then
Hmm.
start the walk down to a little corner.
Aw. And I think Athena, it's very much a stick with Ansel kind of day for Athena. So she is right there, somewhere in his orbit there, as he does his little morning routine.
Yee.
Gets a little jar of juice, like a little box of juice. It joins her on the hand. She just sips from it.
Aw.
Doesn't have a straw in there because I mean the beak is a
Yeah,
very adequate straw itself.
speaks his own oh my god.
Hmm.
Okay, but now I'm just imagining her beak getting stuck in there as she's trying to get like the last bits of juice. Do you need help? You sure? Positive. Because I could swear that your beak might be stuck. No, it's not stuck. Really? I see. Ansel just reaches over and pulls the juice box off of Athena's beak.
Thank you.
You're
It was
welcome.
stuck. You were. Oh, you were joking. Okay.
Me joking? Nonsense. I've never joked a day in my life.
Oh. Athena squints.
Ansel just puts on a poker face, though his ears are wiggling a little bit.
Hmm.
What?
Uh,
What is that face for?
I believe it is doubt.
Doubt. Whatever.
Doubt
Oh, whatever for.
that you have not joked a single day in your life.
He puts almost an offended hand on his chest. Why, Athena, I am surprised you would think such a thing.
I have been in your head.
Ah, that is true. feel like they're having this kind of conversation as they're walking, as they're heading down to Little Corner. How is Dina with crowds?
Um,
Not that it's crowded this much in the morning, but there's definitely more people than there are in Ruindahl.
from her time at the camp, like the camp was her first big introduction to like a large crowd and kids at that. So she honestly found it kind of exciting that there could be so many people in one place all doing like their own thing but generally getting along. And it seems to her like Little Corner is like a like like the camp but on a bigger scale.
It's a big camp.
It's a big camp,
It's a big
but it's
camp,
a
but
bit more
everyone's
complex than that, obviously.
obviously.
Mhm,
No, I like that. I like that it's in her eyes. It's a big camp.
mhm,
It's like a big complex camp. That's very
mhm.
nice.
Because it's like everybody is at the same time both a camper and like a camp counselor for each other. It's very strange.
And it
But they
is.
all seem to have their own jobs. They go about it and then they can have fun later on, which is very nice.
It is very nice. So I think the first start of Ansel's day is going to the mayor's office, seeing what the schedule for the day is, which is usually a few meetings, sometime in the office just doing paperwork, and then the rest would be walking around Little Corner and and talking to some of the residents and getting a overall how things are going.
Mhm. I think while he's busy doing this, Athena generally spends its time just kind of floating about, observing. Seems maybe a little more antsy than usual when they're doing this. Uh, Especially paying special attention to like everybody who's coming in, like what it is they're talking about, what it is they're doing, what is they're in charge of. Um, it seems to be doing a think.
I think it is I think Ansel would have noticed this bit of antsiness, and it's probably when he's alone and it's time for just to sit down in the quiet and do paperwork. And he's probably given and Athena probably has like a little corner in the office for her to have stuff to amuse herself with,
Hmm.
be it books or toys and the like.
Hmm. Probably like normally she has like a little primer on like magic
Mm-hmm.
that she'll look over and try to practice like cantrips and stuff because she's trying to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if I head on over to the spell list, it's probably gotten pretty good at some stuff. Like the dancing lights, she'll play around with and like float them around the office. Occasionally leave one closer to Ansel so it can light up his paperwork a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Getting a handle on prestidigitation in all its odd forms and uh occasionally, Ansel, you've probably noticed that like your glasses of water will have the water kind of like float up out of it before splashing back down.
Oh, I think he takes this and Ansel takes this in stride. I think if there's any like trouble with the dancing lights, he might like summon his own to like dance around with Athena's.
Ha! Just getting better on like placement and direction.
Mm-hmm. Gives like little notes as well to like prestidigitation, just like easier ways to manipulate the spell and whatnot. Same with what I assume is shape water.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Uh,
While he does not have that cantrip himself, while he does not have the shape cantrip himself, he certainly studied the spell.
yeah. Um, there are some other cantrips she has access to which are a bit more destructive, so she probably saves that for when they're outdoors.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
definitely placed a rule that no destructive spells in the office, please.
yeah, yeah. Um, but like today, even that seems to be like not completely occupying its time. Um, studies like it keeps pausing and looking towards you, Ansel, but and then like returns to studying and seems to be seems to be like trying to organize its thoughts.
Hmm. Ansel does that thing where this happens probably a few times before he finally addresses it, but he does it in a way that he does not look at Athena. He's still just calmly doing paperwork as he's just something on your mind.
Mm, Uh, yes, actually, uh, I've been here for several months now, uh, and I do enjoy the studying of magic. But I also feel like also feel that I could do something like all the other campers here. They all have things they can do to help.
Do you mean a job?
Yes, a job.
Think at that he pauses writing and looks over at Athena. What would you even want to do?
That gives her pause. Um, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Hmm.
Uh,
Have you seen any jobs in town that interest you?
hmm. Well, I do like to. Well, I'm very good at floating around on my hand. Um, there's some way I could use that maybe. Um, there's there's a few that I see. They seem to go around town and they put things into boxes outside of people's homes. And
Ah, that would be the mailman.
ah, is it only for men?
No, no, mailman is a general term. People of all genders do the job.
Okay, good. I was thinking that seemed like something I could do if I utilized Mage Hand and my hammer space. I could maybe deliver mail or other things,
Possibly, you would
small
have
things.
you would have to apply for the job.
Oh,
However,
how does one apply for a job?
well, there are several ways to go. Well, there are several ways to go about it. Granted, I do not. It'd probably be best if you go to the. Hmm. Probably best you go to them and ask what their hiring process is.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to go there now?
Do you seems to consider it? Looks at like your little stack of paperwork that you're working on.
Hmm. That's true. Well, I will be go. Tell you what. Let me finish these real quick, and we will head out. We will head out for an early lunch.
Ah, excellent. Okay. Uh, hmm. I really need to. Gotta show them that I can actually do this. Okay. Starts casts a mage hand, hops on top of it. Uh, probably goes over to your like bookshelf and starts like practicing riding the mage hand while also using the mage hand to grab something, which is a little. It takes a little doing. I'm gonna actually go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 18 seems to do a pretty good job of it.
It's not bad. How are they? How are they managing to float with Mage Hand but also move the books around?
Um, standing on top of the back of the hand, and
Oh,
then the hand
okay.
reaches out and grabs like the book, turns slightly towards its side, so she kind of like has to like roll with it like she's walking on a log.
Oh,
and then grabs and pulls the book out. It has to be pretty light. I mean, she doesn't weigh much herself, but it has to be
she
like lightweight objects that she can carry.
yeah, letters would be fine, but something like package deliveries probably wouldn't be. Ansel's
Unless it
say
was
Ansel's
yeah,
kind of peeking up at this and taking notes as well. As
mhm,
well.
yeah. So she practices like grabbing things, riding on the hand. Um, Probably like almost drops something a few times, but recovers and then just kind of puts the book back where it came from.
Hmm.
So there's a little bit of a flurry of this tiny kiwi riding around on the hand and just kind of rearranging objects and then putting them back where they came from around your office.
God, this is so cute. It might be easier if you simply stand on the ground and use Mage Hand.
Oh, I could do that. Hmm. Uh, practices with practices with that. Finds that she can move something that's a bit heavier. Um, Practices like carrying two things at a time, like with the grip of the hand, like
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
something in the main hand and then like having like just two things pincing something else. Um,
God, I imagine she continues to practice this for the while Ansel is finishing up the paperwork. How disorganized are his bookshelves when he's done?
hmm. Uh, I'm trying to figure out what should she roll. Okay, let's roll performance.
Yeah, that's two performance.
A 17.
Oh thank
Not terrible.
oh thank God.
There are a few books that were just placed onto the floor in front of the bookshelf because like the books kind of fell over and leaned against each other and she couldn't get the book back into the spot where it came from. Uh, but aside from that, everything is pretty much where you left it.
All right, all right. He doesn't make any he doesn't comment on it as he finishes up the paperwork. Puts everything back in his drawers. Goes, all right then. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I think I am prepared. I
All
can
right,
show them. I can show them what I can do.
all right then. All right, then come along. And as he's walking towards the store, he waves a hand and uses his own mage hand to put books back where they belong.
And like she actually intentionally, obviously taking like some mental notes
Yeah.
before she hops up onto her hand and then like just bloop right on the top of your head.
God, it's so fucking cute. I won't lie. Probably whenever they're in the mayor's office, Gartho would 100% try sneaking cookies to Athena.
Accepts them when she's hungry, but otherwise, generally just like if there's a window open, we'll like toss crumbs to like the birds outside.
Aw. Aw, Athena's got bird friends.
Bird friends.
Bird friends.
Who knows? Maybe even has some like crow friends who leave her like little knickknacks.
Oh, that's very good.
Hmm.
I love that. I love that a
Or
lot.
we'll share with Ansel as well. Or
Ansel,
share it, put him in the put him in hammer space and share him with siblings. Oh,
siblings, 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 siblings.
siblings.
All right then. Well, all right then. Ansel probably makes a few stops just to briefly check up on a few people on the way to the mail place. I'm forgetting the name.
Post office?
Post office. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah.
Couldn't think of the word. Could not think of the word for the life of
Yeah,
me.
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Uh, trying to think of. Post office is usually pretty busy in the middle of the day because you got plenty of people uh who always stop at the post office before they head to work and such.
Hmm.
And then you've got people also taking an early lunch to like pick something up or the like.
Hmm.
And not to mention Little Corner being a trading town. Uh, It's
Yeah,
busy.
lots of things going everywhere.
Yeah.
Busy.
It's a busy.
Mhm.
Luckily, Athena, your guardian dad, Ansel is the mayor and gets
Preferential treatment.
yeah gets his privilege. It's the
Yeah.
mayoral privilege
Mayoral privilege.
of
Yep.
getting to be the front of the line.
Hmm. Like she's just like watching, like everybody, like everyone bustling about. She's like, it's like ants,
It is a little bit, isn't it?
especially when I'm up this high.
That yes, that would make sense.
Mm.
Think that once they get to the front counter, he will Ansel will reach up and pick Athena up off of his head and place her on the counter. You go, all right then. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Looks about, notices like a little bell, and then just kind of ding with her beak.
There's a few seconds before a. I could be mean. I could be mean right now.
Oh, you could.
I really could.
You could.
Oh God, do I be mean or do I?
What would be more fun for you?
No one shows up. There just seems to be this weird lull.
Hmm. She waits, kind of looks around. Like, are the other like people waiting in line also having to wait on someone showing up?
There are multiple lines, and those lines seem to have people there and working. So no, just seems to be yours at the moment.
Hmm. Looks up at looks back at Ansel, looks back at the bell, looks around behind the counter. Decides to take this opportunity to like get a peek behind the scenes of what's behind the counter. Like, where does the mail go?
Hmm.
Do they have like one of those like a bunch of cubby holes where like people are like putting like letters and packages and they're being taken out from the other side, and
Cubby holes and mail tubes.
mail
A
tubes.
lot of mail tubes.
Oh, the mail. Oh, Fable, the mail tubes.
Mail tubes. I
I
think
think.
while Athena's
Yeah.
looking, Ansel's gonna also just like ding the bell again, in case like did someone just not hear the bell?
I think Athena goes to inspect one of the mail tubes.
Athena.
Hmm? Well, it's. How is it doing that? Looks like there's.
Well, I imagine there's some explanation. I'm not familiar with it, but best not to mess with it.
Hmm. Like something arrives in like the thing,
Shoop.
and she jumps a little, and then like when nobody attends to it, she kind of just summons a mage hand and pulls it out.
Athena.
I just want to examine it. I'll put it back. Like she puts it down, opens it up, looks at like a little letter inside.
Little God. Ansel's watching this, going, Athena, stop. Put it back.
Oh, okay. She closes the thing back up, puts it back where it came from.
Then it shoops
But
away down the tube.
oh, like she watches it go. Was like, huh.
As you see that little shadow falls over the kiwi. Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello! And you look up, and it's.
Who is it?
Hold on, I just made up this character on the spot. Give me a second. You see a big, bright television screen staring down at you, Athena, with a big smiley face on it.
Oh, hello. Uh,
Hello! You are not
uh,
permitted back here.
oh, well, that's just the thing. I would like to be permitted back here. I'm looking to, to become a male man?
Hello.
Hi.
Tink, 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 tink. And starts to glitch a little bit before a robotic hand raises up and smacks the side of the screen, and more glitchiness happens before he goes. "Bleh. Hi there. Did I hear that right? You wish to become a mailman.
Yes, I would like a job.
Lovely." Stands there quietly for a minute. You hear a whirring sound, and then a processing screen flash over it for a minute, and then suddenly you hear a and suddenly to describe how this guy looks, big television screen with lanky robotic body and a suit that does not fit. That's a bit too.
Fun.
It's a bit like a little business suit that's a bit too big for lanky robot body.
Gotcha.
And as you are hearing this, you see from the bottom of their head, paper slowly starts printing out.
Oh,
And he reaches up, takes the paper, and hands it to Athena.
takes
Please,
it with mage hand.
please take the time to fill out this hiring application, and we will get back to you in 3 to 4 business days.
Okay. Do I give it back to you once I'm
Beep,
done?
beep, beep. All hiring resumes must be delivered by mail.
Okay. Okay, I think I can do that. Takes the just like hops up onto the hand on top of it so she can like read it while she floats back on over to Ansel. Okay, I fill this out and then I mail it to the post office.
All right. Sounds simple enough, I assume. How how has your writing gotten?
Uh, I have been practicing,
Hmm.
but
Your reading?
I am getting better at that. I've learned a good bit of common, and I think I can manage most of this.
All right. All right
Okay,
then. And
I might have some.
are you going to need help?
I wouldn't mind help.
All right.
Uh, Yeah, so I think probably they go ahead and probably leave the post office because there's probably like a nice line forming behind
Yeah,
them.
there's a nice line behind him, and suddenly the glitchy robot guy is suddenly at the counter, just repeating "Hello."
Up. Yeah, yeah. Athena wants away.
Yeah, so does Ansel. They just
Hmm.
leave,
Yep.
and Ansel continues doing his walk while letting Athena read the thing.
Hmm.
And he'll probably read it as well. It's a hiring application. It's ask for information and all that,
Hmm.
and
Like,
probably asks about a lot of questions that you don't know the answer to.
uh-huh.
Like, what's your
Like,
insurance? What's your social security number? All that shit. Oh, no, they don't ask that until you're actually hired. Well,
yeah. Um, probably like next of kin.
next of kin.
Uh,
Uh,
hiring reference.
yeah, hiring reference. Yep,
Hmm. Previous work experience.
yep, yep.
Uh,
How's Athena doing with that?
hmm. I don't think it would be beneficial to put down hive mind.
No, probably not. In fact,
I also don't think it would be fair if I listed your experiences, or at least your memories.
mm, no, probably not. Not as well.
I guess this would be, I guess then, I can put down that I am learning magic.
You could you could do that though. Athena, may I ask, how
Mm,
serious are you about this?
Uh, like, uh, like she suddenly like turns to you with like big eyes and like, this is a bit more than I was expecting, honestly. Uh,
Yes, because I've figured that. It seemed, just from being in there, it seems to be a bit more heavier workload that maybe best not for you to start out with, to not be
mm,
your first job.
I'd still like to do something like it, but
Ansel thinks for a moment. Well, if delivering is something, is it the delivering specifically that you want to do?
yeah, I like, uh, well, taking things and bringing them to people because people like getting stuff,
Hmm.
usually. I wasn't exactly happy to get this. She looks down at the hiring paper.
Hmm. I think I'll have to ask her if she's still looking for someone, but I think I may know someone who might. It might be a bit easier to start for you, and will still be within what you want to do.
Oh, yeah, she perks right up at that.
Hmm.
Who do you mean?
Uh, you like flowers, yes?
Yes,
All right
they're
then.
colorful and smell pretty.
All right then. Well, I'd been talking to the shopkeeper a while ago, and she said she was planning on having trying to hire someone to help her deliver flowers door to door.
Oh, that I think that sounds perfect. I
Hmm.
think I could do that. Flowers are lightweight.
They are lightweight, and it is not some and presumably it is not something as complicated as whatever was going on at the post office.
Hmm. I think I need a few more years of learning before I understand.
Hmm. Frank,
Yeah.
frankly, frankly, I did not fully understand what was going on in there, so I would not feel bad about it.
Okay.
Then again, I'm just very old, and we had a very different mailing system back then. Anyways, how about? And he's gonna take the hiring paper and push it to the side.
Hmm.
We save that for later.
Very, very much later.
And we can go talk to the flower shopkeeper and see if she is still hiring.
I would like that.
All right then.
Mm.
I think we do.
Like
Probably
a little. Yeah.
yeah. Cause now I personally have not worked at flower shops, but I do know people who have worked at flower shops and have done delivery for flower shops, and you do not need a big you do not need a very big resume
Hmm.
to work delivery for a flower shop.
Need to understand basic directions. Need to be able to carry flowers. Need
Basically,
to. Yeah.
read addresses and yeah, know your way around.
Yeah.
Essentially, I know.
I think Athena would probably prep for it a bit by just kind of learning the layout of Little Corner, getting an understanding of like how the addresses of homes work versus businesses and such.
Athena probably and from Athena's days spent with Ansel, because again, he does walk around. A good part of his job is walking around Little Corner
Hmm.
and also talking to people, getting to know people and where they live, all that sort of stuff.
Hmm. She learns by osmosis.
Yep, learns by osmosis. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Athena getting the job at the Athena gets the job. It's not,
Yeah.
and there's maybe a bit of help from Ansel.
Hmm.
Like he tries to stay out of it and let Athena do it, but
Yeah.
the
So
flat
Athena demonstrates her her ability with the mage hand. Um, like points out that probably like is asked where do you know where such and such address is, and then points it out on a map. Um, they test to see exactly how big a bouquet she can carry,
Have,
and like what her like her weight limit is for carrying things.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Like,
Probably just more of the like the lightweight stuff, but I think in the end she makes a good case that she can be a pretty quick delivery. Delivery kiwi.
for Kiwi, and I think the flower shopkeeper seems very pleased by that. Again, this was sort of this delivery thing is a bit of a test that they're doing. So,
Yeah.
and they probably still put Ansel down as a reference
Mm-hmm.
because he'll vouch that Athena has been working very hard to get good at mage hand and is very enthusiastic about working.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Athena. And I mentioned
Oh.
the in the future the flower shopkeeper will work on making maybe like a little backpack for Athena.
Oh. Yeah. Also doesn't hurt that having the tune that goes around door to door delivering flowers is an extremely cute little bird.
Yep. Oh yeah. This is believe me, the flower shop owner also put this into big consideration.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Oh. So she probably gets like a little delivery uniform. Oh my god.
It's a little flat. God, it's definitely flower themed.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh.
what kind of flower? What kind of flowers would Athena want?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a good question. Um, Daffodils.
Daffodil. Oh, ah, this is so cute. It's so freaking cute.
Good. But I mean, like, yeah, probably like a little, probably like a little, like a, like a little apron
Oh
almost.
yes, yes. And you know what though? When Athena's about to head off to first day of work,
Hmm.
Ansel will stop her for a moment. Hold on a moment, you're missing something.
Uh, she looks down, has the apron on, has lunch in her hammer space. Uh, what am I missing?
He's going to from his hammer space. He's going to pull out a little piece of cloth that he reaches over and ties around her neck, not in a bow, but in a sort of formal little ascot.
Oh, oh,
There we
oh,
there we go. Now you're ready.
thank you. Okay. I will see you at your office for lunch.
I will see you see you for lunch. To be careful.
Absolutely. I know the way to go, and I will be back promptly. And oh, I'm excited. Okay, I have a job. Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye, Athena.
And then there's like little down the road a little corner.
And Ansel just watches this little kiwi go, and he's got just a little fond smile on his face and bit of an ear wiggle.
Uh, Probably lose sight of her pretty quickly because I mean tiny.
Yeah, she's going.
Uh huh.
Baby is going. Oh, baby's got a job.
Baby's got a job.
Baby's got a job.
What?
Ah.
Hmm. But I think Ansel has another matter to attend to here at
Yeah,
Roomdoll.
it's probably why he doesn't walk with her to the little corner in that. Yeah, he's got one quick thing to do this morning before he heads off. Uh, question: how's the hallway to the basement looking?
Hmm. Well, the it's probably got the usual array of traps, and it's hard to tell because Doc has been is usually pretty good about updating you on where the traps are located, but sometimes forgets to let you know.
Should I still roll? What do I need to roll?
Probably some like investigation just as you head down the hallway, just to see if you notice anything
All right, let's roll investigation real quick.
out of the usual
It's a 13.
traps.
13.
13. Okay. Um, Hey, Sukes, what are you doing? My cat has decided to come say hello.
Give kitty kiss.
Give kitty kiss. You got goobers in your eyeballs. What you doing? Those don't go there. Here. Here we go. And mwah, good kitty. Okay. Um, I don't think a 13 is gonna do it.
No, probably not. What gets him?
Oh.
What gets him?
Oh boy. Um, finally, one of the pit traps works.
Oh god.
So
Like he manages to like avoid one trap and then suddenly the floor just comes up. He just
yep.
goes, ah,
and
ah.
then and then shoop, and you're kind of stuck in a tube.
Ah,
But
hell.
and this trap closes up above you. Uh, like there's like you can hear like a little alarm going beep 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 beep, and it's like finally got one. Uh, and then you kind of muffled from a distance, but quickly growing closer. And then like a little plate slides out, and the familiar goggles appear up. And then because it's well below your height, your eye line, Ansel look up and is like, "Oh, peck." It closes, and then like the entire like wall opens up. Hi, boss.
Hello,
Forgot to tell you about that one.
indeed. Ansel actually does not look too annoyed by this. Actually, he doesn't look annoyed at all, oddly enough. But how long did it take you to make this one?
I've been perfecting the process.
Hmm,
You got into the first one. There's three more.
lovely. Well,
Tell me, did it was it because you were avoiding another trap that you got into this one?
yes.
Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to work. Okay, I need to make some notes.
Hmm.
Slides on over to his desk, like starts like scribbling down some results data.
Yeah, while he's doing that, Ansel's walking out of the pitfall trap, and I assume into the lab. How's it looking?
Um, Chaotic as usual.
Yeah,
Lots of experiments ongoing. Definitely keeping up with that mad scientist aesthetic.
as usual.
Yep.
How are the pigmen?
The pigmen are shivery. They are shivery boys. Um, Ever since the the portal to hell was closed up, there's no source of like geothermal heat. So there's kind of like a nice little fire. There's like a little fire pit that
Oh,
they're currently
shivery.
standing.
Okay, shivering as in cold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So there's a fire pit, and currently all three are just kind of standing in it and just kind of like huddled in the flames, like huh.
Like in the actual flames or around it?
In the flames.
Okay. Huh.
The flames don't seem to like do anything. They're just enjoying a nice fire bath.
Hmm. Ansel takes note of this. Okay, big question. How's the dock looking?
Um, in addition to a bunch of notes, there are also what appears to be like several like new lab uniforms in various colors that are in various stages of being worked on and apparently discarded as the doc noticed a new dress color, and it was the doc finishes finishes writing down the notes, like actually looks up and looks at the color of your dress, whatever it might be today, and is like, oh fuck.
It's probably back to purple.
Okay. Okay. Throws aside the blue one, picks the purple one back up and starts like hand sewing it back together. but
Doctor, you realize you do not need to match me.
I mean, I'm your minion. There's kind of a there's protocol to follow. How are people going to know that I am the minion of going by Ansel King now?
Yes,
Alright.
Doctor, I don't think. Does anyone even know you're down here? I barely see you. I barely see you out of your lab anymore.
Well, I suppose that's true. Normally, normally you'd be using, utilizing the death machines that I create to, wreak havoc. But that's not been happening a lot, so there's not much chance for my name to get out these days.
Hmm. Ansel looks again at all the. You've made more than just death machines, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was a machine that you know sees into your brain. The whole tiny lady in the amber.
Hmm.
That was an entire thing. Made some interesting additions to the what I can use it for other things. So that's a pretty good technology. Um, Also been working on some small stuff. Uh, like looks around like at the vents for the small folk in the wall. Don't let your rat know.
There's, I would be surprised if he didn't know already.
He does, and he's not happy.
No, I don't imagine he would be. You're not bothering them, are you?
I keep it to just what's around here. Told very specifically not to venture beyond uh just what's around the laboratory.
Hmm. Doctor, if I may ask, yes,
Yeah.
I realize I have not asked this before, but what exactly are your goals?
Hmm. I don't think you mean like when is the next freeze for to for launch.
No, no.
Uh, well,
O-
like he just
overall,
kind
I
of
suppose.
he just kind of sets the sewing to the side and kind of sits back and seems to think about it for a bit. Like looks around at the lab. Um, you know, I don't know. Avoiding mind flares is a pretty high priority.
Mm, it is a
But
good prior. It is a good priority to have.
mm, but if they haven't said something in retaliation now, I don't think they know what happened to that one they sent.
Mm, no,
I
if there was going to be retaliation for it, we likely would have heard something by now.
Yeah. Uh, well, I think the Doctor Matter just kind of looks speculatively at you, Ansel.
Uh, Ansel's been kind of looking around at still been looking at the different machines that are laying about, noticing that a lot of these are not safe.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I think he notices that he's also being looked at, and
Uh,
I'm not going to beat around the bush, Doctor. I know you are smart enough to realize the change that has happened.
yeah. Uh, it's it is rather awkward when your boss goes from lawful evil to lawful neutral. I could work with lawful neutral, but when you're starting to go head towards like lawful good, that's a little awkward for you know, chaotic evil, chaotic neutral to be to hanging around and still find use for oneself.
Mm, I can imagine. I would hate for things to continue to be awkward. I certainly would not want you to feel like you are obligated to remain in such an awkward position.
Mm. I The thing is, like he like opens up like his his desk drawer and like starts pulling out like framed degrees. Thing is, I'm not so sure how much use I can be to you anymore, because most of these, like he points to them, and neatly labeled on each of these are like PhD in evil mad science, evil lobotomy, evil just a whole lot of evil.
That is a lot of. There's a lot
I
of. I. That is stating the obvious, but really is a lot of evil in the
It's
world.
an aesthetic.
Aesthetic, yes, but is it? Goodness, I am realizing something, and I am majority to blame. Blame for it. There is very little I actually know about you, Doctor.
Yeah, you just. I get the feeling that partly you offered me a job because it was more convenient than just offing me. Which again, thank you. That works well for me. Um,
Well, that, and at the time, every evil overlord needs some sort of insane, no offense, insane minion.
exactly. And I am absolutely happy to fill the shoes, especially because, well, at that time, relationships with my previous employers were kind of breaking down.
Indeed.
They kept coming in, staring at my head.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I certainly hope they didn't try anything with your head.
no, they still needed me to, upkeep for the machines running in the restaurant.
Hmm.
You, you came around at just the right time.
Well,
Painful as it was.
whereas you just happened to steal my brain at the right time.
Yeah, or that. But I'm not sure how much use I can be of you,
Hmm.
be to you.
I guess I, unfortunately, where things stand now and the choices I've decided to make and commit to, I am sad to say I do not need a mad scientist anymore.
That is the way of things, isn't it? Well, considering you haven't clapped me in irons, I'm assuming that the relationship hasn't broken down to the point where you're seeing me as an enemy anymore, or yet. So,
Well,
if we could keep it that way, I could, gather up all my stuff and make a nice little exit.
Ansel nods. That would be agreeable.
Naturally, you're welcome to keep the infrastructure. I still think you made a mistake in closing up the hellhole. That was a great source of geothermal energy. Um, I might need to leave these guys with you. Like points to the points to the zombie pigmen.
Oh,
Uh, I've been looking at some spots in case I had to, skedaddle. Probably wouldn't be the greatest of climbs for these guys. It's not hell, but jungle is definitely warmer than where I would be going.
no, that is I can find somewhere suitable for them so that way they are comfortable.
Mhm. Uh, if you give them gold, they'll do anything you want.
Hmm. I imagine there's I imagine there's a job in town that they can do.
Yeah. Oh, good. Got that settled. Uh, I have to shrink Abby, aren't I? Like, look speculatively over at like the zombie donkey. She's got to come with me. I don't really trust her out of my sight.
Hmm. I will trust your judgment on that. Are you going to be all right?
Oh yeah, it's not the first time I've had to, pack up and ship out to a different location.
Hmm. And is going to look
Uh,
over at the uniforms. You talk you talk about being very comfortable being a minion, or have you ever thought of being your own minion?
Like the doc like squints at that. Hmm. Uh, bit too much responsibility there.
Hmm, fair enough.
Mostly, I've always just wanted to have someone, provide the payment and have me make like the fun stuff, which is what I enjoy, and then they get to use the fun stuff.
Hmm. Well, whoever it is you find next to pay you to make the fun stuff, I certainly hope it's not someone I'm going to meet.
Uh, well, shouldn't. Uh, Planning on getting out of Jiznip altogether, honestly.
Hmm. My advice: best to avoid Furuma as well.
All right. Not that there isn't still some opportunities in Einquil itself.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of contents. Um.
This is true as well. I
hmm.
perhaps is
Oh,
perhaps.
right, right.
Hmm?
Like he like gets up, slides on over to like clears off some stuff, and you recognize the console that you used to actually get into. Lady, was it Ogo?
Uh,
The tiny lady.
the tiny lady, yeah,
The tiny lady. The one where you got to be like a little mouse thing, a
yeah.
little mouse part. Um, Leaving this and pulls out like a journal and my notes, ideas, just thoughts that I had about freeing that little thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank thank you.
Yeah. Probably gonna take most of the rest, except for the tree. There's no way I'm taking the tree.
No, I imagine that would be a bit difficult.
I could find a way,
Oh,
but I think Ruby would hunt me down.
it's very likely.
Well, considering scary rat, scary child, you're in pretty good hands, I think.
Yes, I suppose so. And on the bright side, you'll be saved from having to deal with scary rats and scary child.
Very true. Um, well then, I'm not one for long goodbyes. It has been it has been good working for you.
Hmm. It has it has certainly been something, Dr. Matter, and
Yeah,
I am grateful for all that you have done.
and thanks for not killing me.
You're welcome.
I think he just kind of slides over and hands out like holds out a sleeved hand.
Ansel reaches out, takes it to shake.
Hmm.
Do try to keep yourself out of a little bit of trouble, though.
What's the fun in that?
You live, probably.
Eh, we all have to die sometime.
True,
I
but
mean, look at you. You came back.
mine is a very special situation, and you know it.
Not like you're the only lich.
True, but for your humor, my peace of mind, if you will, I would. I did not know you for very long, but you did save my life. I would prefer if you did not get killed by other liches or the sort.
Oh yeah, no, nah, not. You're kind of you're definitely a an exception in the case.
Hmm, indeed. Well, alright then, are you going to need any help with? And he kind of gestures to the lab.
Ah, no, I got this. And like the two arms out of the backpack come out and start grabbing things and just like retracting them into the backpack, where they're just like
Hmm,
pulled, like like yeah, they're just it's just like into hammer space they go. Like it's pretty impressive just how quickly this area can get packed up. It gets pulled in, folded down, disassembled, rearranged. Some things are left, probably things that are now key to the infrastructure, or uh,
Like a
like
tree.
like the tree. There's actually some like electric lights down here. There's like a small garage for a certain scary rat's motorcycle.
When did that get there?
hmm Uh, as well as just like some other things. Abby Normal, the donkey, is shrunken down. Her put into hammer space.
What
Like
about
the
what about Frigid?
frigid is put away
Aw.
by frigid. Um, Officer is also put away.
Oh. Oh, but he's bringing them with him, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good.
hmm Yeah.
It's sad to see them go, but it's good to see that they're going. Hopefully, they're going places, and hopefully, where they go, they don't get destroyed by potential other heroes.
Yeah. They can be rebuilt though.
They can be rebuilt.
hmm but yeah, the laboratory in a toonish amount of time is made near barren.
God, Ansel's probably watching watching all this with very calmly because it's a Toonish thing, and the Toonish things are usual. But probably by the end of it, he looks at how empty it is, and just, hmm, it's it's going to take time getting used to how empty it will be down here.
Eh, makes good for a good storage space, or if you hire a goody two shoes, then they'll pretty good place.
You wouldn't be offended if I, not saying I am, but if I were to hire a goody two shoes.
It's your castle. You can hire who you want.
Hmm, well, I'll think about it. I probably, maybe not.
Though, if between you and me,
Hmm,
that kid of yours,
yes,
you know, the fiery one,
yes, Ruby.
uh, she might enjoy the space.
Oh, she likely will. So how will you be leaving, if
Oh,
I may ask?
well, just gonna pack up a few things in my sleeping quarters and just gonna probably head out to the ocean.
By boat, or
Oh no, I'm just gonna swim.
you're just you're just going to swim? You can take a boat if you wish. You are not leaving on bad terms with me.
No, I'm probably faster than most, but
Man, I am once again blaming myself for this. There is really so much about you I do not know.
eh, that's the way I prefer it.
Well, all the same. I do wish you luck, Doctor.
And to you, you've got a lot on your plate now.
Hmm.
A lot of
You
boring stuff on your plate. Anyway, if you need any mayhem, uh, takes out a business card and hands it to you.
Hansel takes it. Well, all right then. If I need mayhem, I know who to call.
Excellent. All right, so long.
So long.
And he just kind of slides around the corner. You hear some clattering in his bed quarters, and followed by a large sploosh, and then it's quiet.
Hmm. He looks down at the business card.
It says, uh, "Set off if you need me. Set off." There's a little press the button in the treehouse.
Huh. There's a button in the tree. Oh dear. Well, worry about that later. He's gonna put that in his hammer space, and then he's gonna look over to the pigmen. Now then, let's see about finding you How many are there again?
3.
3. All right then. Let's see about finding a place for you 3 to stay.
Hmm. They have little name plates. There's Hamlet, Ham Solo, and gosh, who was the last one?
Hamlet, Ham Solo. God.
And Hamilton.
Hamilton. I
And
love them.
Alexander Hamilton.
Ah, I love them. I don't. I don't suppose you 3 have a preference of where you go.
They just grunt.
Hmm. He'll find some. He'll find. I think that day is spent taking these 3 to town and finding a place that'll take him.
Hmm.
Honestly, I won't lie. I can see the pigman being hired by the guard.
Oh, absolutely. That'd probably work pretty well. They just, you know, hired by the guard.
Yep, yep. Jenka looks at these guys, looks at Ansel, just goes, "Do I want to know? No, no, you do not. You know what? Fine, fine. I'm still putting them through training and shit. That's fine. And if they don't pass, then you gotta put them somewhere else. I'm sure they will do fine. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure you're sure. God, why are you so fucking weird? Meanwhile, Carter is just like is like inspecting the pigmen, like like getting a good whiff of them, and just seeing how they deal with giant badger looming over them.
Hmm. They take it all in stride. They're kind of shivery now that they're not in a fire.
Hmm. Carter will see about getting them extra warm clothes.
Yeah. Bundle the pigs up.
He'll bundle them. Oh, God.
And then just they're pigs in a blanket.
Oh, the pigs in the blanket. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, also the humor of now they really do have pigs in the guard.
Yeah, they do have pigs in the guard. I think that's probably a good note to end this FPS on.
I think the last thing I think would be good is just Ansel getting home from work that day and just collapsing on his bed. And then maybe Athena also coming home from work and also collapsing on the bed.
Just like a little visible little sigh. Tired, but happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And off in the distance,
It's like Free Willy, but Doc Matter.
yeah, it's Free Willy but Dark Matter with like a big full moon in the background.
Yep. Woo! Sploosh.
The doctor is free.
The doctor is free. What
What
will he do now?
crimes probably.
Crimes, definitely.
Yeah, absolute mayhem. But that's gonna be someone else's problem now.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
now Ansel has a free basement.
Yep.
God.
Ruby could have her own laboratory.
No. She's got it.
Yes.
She's got a tree house. What is she gonna do with it? God. Honestly, he's probably gonna. If some of it's. Honestly, he's probably gonna give all that extra space to the people working in the castle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that would be a good space for. Wait, the traps.
The traps.
Are they still there?
They're still there.
Oh no.
You could he probably showed you there's like a little book of like how to disarm and rearm traps.
God, the next day is Ansel has to take off from work because he's disabling traps.
Yep.
God. Can I roll just to see how overall well he does that?
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
I
Let's see.
What do I roll?
Um. How about intelligence?
Intelligence, just a straight intelligence.
That's a straight
Oh,
intelligence.
thank God. 17.
A 17 does pretty well.
Okay, good.
There's a few close calls, but otherwise you are fairly certain that you've gotten every single trap.
Good. Why? Why did he have so many pit traps?
Why don't you have enough pit traps?
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's the moral of a story. Get a pit trap.
Get a pit trap.
Get a pit
Never
trap.
know when. Never know
Okay.
when those are handy.
You're about. We actually made really good time because it's about
Yeah,
hour 20.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Woo!
I thought that was going to go on a bit longer, but no.
No,
I always think these are going to go on a bit longer, but no, they end up managing to wrap up in a good amount of time.
yeah. And oh my gosh, we had cute. We had a little angst. More like just kind of a
It didn't really feel like angst. It was kind of just awkward.
awkward goodbye.
Yeah, awkward goodbye for the most part, which was. That's what I was expecting to happen because Ansel definitely wasn't going to be hostile toward this guy.
Yeah, thank goodness that would have been.
Yeah. Well, again,
Ugh.
Ansel's trying to be good, and this doctor, while yes, evil and chaotic,
Hmm.
saved his life.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Guess we'll find out what the future holds for Doctor Matter.
yep.
Uh, quite a lot left. Fewer, quite a probably much. Well, with Ruby, fewer explosions.
Fewer explosions.
Fewer explosions.
Fewer explosions. Oh boy.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording here.
So am
Thank
I.
y'all for listening.
Thank
Thank you for
y'all.
playing with me, Fable.
Thank you for playing with me. God, we should have done this so much sooner, but I'm glad we.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we finally
Well,
got it in.
yeah. All
Bang.
right.
Until next
Bye,
time,
y'all.
folks. Love y'all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.